Welcome back to the channel, Farm with Nick. Thanks so much for joining me here again on Pantai. And right now I'm just driving out and working on those rice fields that I put in. And you can see the month. I am in April here now. And both fields are ready for harvest, so it's kind of cool. Getting going with these fields here, and I have both harvesters that I purchased a little while back out there, and it was really kind of cool. Well, let's see, they missed this on the headlands here, some of these, but let's kind of run over to one of these harvesters. So I have this one here and another one back there, and then I have my tractor, and I picked up a wagon. Let's jump in here with them. But yeah, this is kind of cool, kind of seeing it come to fruition here and actually harvesting some rice. So as I kind of scanned ahead and kind of played month by month for a little bit off camera, I realized, I was like, oh, I have to keep that field flooded, because if you go into, let's see, the help, and it should say it down here with rice. There it is. And it says, when growing rice, it's important to note that the field may only remain flooded for a certain period of time. If it's in there for too long, a number of the rice plants will die. So it says keep it flooded for two more months, and then dry for that third growth stage. And that's what I did, kind of playing around with time and then going back and forth. So that was really cool, and it was fun kind of just coming out here for a couple months off camera and making sure that I had to flood the field again. And I have two harvesters going, just for the simple fact that, yes, it's taken a while. As you see that that header width is not that great, but kind of neat. It's something different, and I don't know, like I've said many times, I mean, look at the animations with the rice kind of going in. That's so new. But yeah, it would have been kind of, I don't know, not my thing to be playing on Riverbend and then flooding rice fields. I mean, I know, it'd be cool if we ever did cranberries. You know, you could flood your cranberry field, which is the same idea. But I don't know, I thought, oh, this is kind of cool and something a little bit out of the ordinary. And why not just try it? While I'm here, I built that cool farm and just go for it. Alright, so what I've been planning, here's my planters. Let's actually put one of these back. I put the other one back. What I'm planning for this is just to kind of finish up this harvest, and then I'll go forward with our rice and go ahead and sell it all at once and see how we did, and probably kind of wrap up this series after that. So that's my plan here on Pantai. And then I'll probably end up just kind of playing in my spare time, which is not much. Yeah, I have the other planter in here. Just back this up. I'll probably end up kind of playing on this map a little bit here and there. If I find out another kind of build that I like on here, I'm all about showing you that. I mean, I really do enjoy this farm and this layout, like I've said many other times, even though it's not getting much attention, but that's okay. Alright, I haven't gotten the 80% trigger yet, but I could always stop one of these. Alright, so we have our Massey out here, and you can see we're at 23%. And perfect. There's that first harvester over there. So my plan with this right now, I'm not going to go sell it right away. Just kind of want to enjoy this, fill this up. Did you notice it actually triggered into the bucket of the tractor there? The actual, the actual harvester triggered the bucket there. That was kind of cool. So I'm just gonna put this in the silo back at the farm. That's all I was saying. All right, let me go check on the other one. And we'll probably take this over and then just come on back. So I'm assuming after this, you can't just reflood the field. You have to go and cultivate it up. I'm assuming that. Gonna drive in our rice here. So I'm assuming you would just do the regular cultivate the field up, flood it again, and then plant your rice. I could be wrong though. Alright, looks like they're all set. And those harvesters hold quite a bit, which is neat. And for the most part, as I started this harvest, I didn't really kind of just drive alongside the harvester as much as I would with a combine. Alright, let's take this and then probably do at least one more with you here, and then I'll probably call it good with this episode and what we're working on here. So kind of a shorter episode. But you get the idea here. Oh, getting honked at. Alright, and then I'll probably come back, like I said, later and end up collecting all this so I get full wagon trailer fulls and all that stuff and get the best price. But otherwise, the animals are doing well on this build as well. I fed them once, kind of in the meantime. But they were doing well and actually growing up as well. Let's see if I can make this turn with our bucket here. But some of them, as you kind of just, if you peek over there, like you can notice we have full grown sheep now, and then our water buffalo are getting up there too, a little older. We don't have any more chicks. They're all hens now. So my intent with this was to keep them as little babies. So it'll be like a more of a children's zoo attraction with little baby animals. So actually probably have to think about selling them off to another farm and then purchasing some more little babies, more little goats and lambs. Alright, so they're doing pretty good back there. Let's see where this harvester is. They're almost done. So I could have taken, back at the farm, I could have taken that front lower and the bucket off of here. I just didn't. But yeah, they're almost all set here. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Now, if you ask, would I do this again with the rice fields? Maybe not. Especially if you saw the one episode, like the disaster strikes. If you remembered, I built those rice fields. If I get into the build mode, I built those rice fields over here on that slope, and then that was it. I had to restart, and thankfully I didn't like save it with those in there. But yeah, that little bit of a slope and the incline and the terrain, like I didn't know that the rice fields would not like go to the slope. So basically when you put in any of those rice fields, it's going to raise it up here on the edge all the way around your perimeter that you put in, and then it kept all that water inside and raised everything up. But I didn't know, so kind of live and learn with that. But to answer your question, would I do these again? Maybe not, but at least try it once. My other thing I at least tried once was the doing peas. Yeah, some of those root crops. And I did that on one of my episodes on Riverbend for the starting farm. And that was pretty cool, just to try. It was a smaller field at that, so it wasn't like crazy busy trying to do all that, but at the same time, it wasn't my favorite. I mean, the header on those, they're so small, and the amount of passes, to do a large field, I wouldn't be crazy about it. So, at least try it, give it a shot, why not? Same thing with this. This is the big introduction to 25 with having rice. Obviously you could do the dry rice and use just a regular combine, which is fine, but I feel like when I saw some other channels doing that, it's not much different than what you would normally do if you were doing oats or corn or beans. It's pretty much the same. So I felt like, well, if I'm going to do it, I want to go here on Pantai, try the wet rice, and give it a shot. Alright, let's stop them, and I want to try a little bit here, so I'm going to put on my steering assist. There we go. And turn on harvester. Oops, I didn't lower the header. There we go. I thought I had it. I guess not. So when I was kind of testing a little bit, I tried this out, a harvester on the starting farm, even before I did this build. And it's so cool, like the animation's really well done. Obviously it's the only harvester that you can choose from on the game. As of making this video for 25, there is no modded harvesters, no other base game harvesters. This is it, kind of a one and done thing. But it's really cool, neat to try something different. Decent sized machine, I would say. But yeah, it takes a lot of passes. But it's pretty cool. Yeah, it holds quite a bit, but I mean, I guess the rice is not really probably a lot to take in. So, alright, well, you kind of get the idea there. I know this is a shorter video, but I feel like that's okay. You kind of get the idea, and I'm just going to continue working here. I'll finish this kind of just off camera here on my own, and then I will bring you guys back for our profits, find a sell point, and kind of figure out where to go for that, which I haven't even learned any of the sell points here. Kind of know where the farmer's market is, that's about it. But kind of continue there, and then I will probably wrap up this series here on Pantai, and probably need to switch out our animals, like I said, too. But they were doing well otherwise throughout the late winter. I was taking care of them a little bit as I was working on these fields and having to come back and flood them again, make sure the crop was going to go, which is a cool aspect. I did like that, so kind of neat. So, well, thank you so much for joining me here. If you're new to the channel, feel free to join. I'd love to have you kind of tag along. And if you haven't checked out the Pantai build here, feel free to. It was like kind of a labor of love, kind of making an attraction here in the city, and really liked how it turned out. So if you haven't checked that out, I know I really didn't go over anything in the farm, kind of just working in the fields on this episode. But yeah, check that episode out. Let me know what you think on that kind of a build. Something a little bit different than the typical, cattle American farm build that you usually find on my channel. So there you go. I'll let you go there, and I'll continue here on the rice fields. So thank you again for joining me here on Pantai, and hope you have a good one. Take care.